Good morning and good afternoon to all of you. I am Ryan and this is Michigan Storm Chasers. Update video for you today. We have additional rounds of showers and storms possible for portions of the state. Also, we have a bit of a break from the ongoing heat unless you live south of I-94. Let's go ahead and dive into the forecast here. Before I do, shout out to today's sponsor of the video. It is Mike Hayes Roofing and Siding. They are based up in the Thumb in Sanilac and St. Clair counties, providing roofing and siding needs for the greater Thumb region. Give Mike Hayes a call if you need their services, 810-984-4564. And as always, thank you to Mike Hayes Roofing and Siding for being today's spotlight sponsor here on YouTube. So we have a bit of a break from the heat today here by the model. This is a European. Do take note, if you're really north of 94, you're going to be in the 70s, perhaps low 80s today. Up in the UP as well, 70s and perhaps upper 60s. But if you live south of 94, you're in the low 80s here for a high, pushing into the mid 80s, maybe close to 90 degrees for some areas. So after today, we get a bit of a break, but we have a return to the heat coming for the weekend. We'll talk about that in just a second. Today's forecast, though, we have a couple of areas and pockets of rain showers ongoing right now across southeast Michigan. Those are not going to be severe as of 9:23 a.m. as I'm making the video here. What comes later on today in the afternoon may be strong or severe. Pause the model here at 1 p.m. and flip over here to the SPC outlook. We have a marginal risk in place here south of I-94, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek. We're going to talk about Coldwater, Button Harbor, Adrian, and Monroe areas. Not a very large area under the risk today, but it's a good, decent population there along 94. Further north in the light green colored area, this is just general thunderstorm risk. No severe is expected up there today. Anything strong or severe should happen down here in the dark green areas. As far as hazards go, wind is your only concern, and per the SPC, it's a 5 to 14% chance of a damaging wind gust within a 25 mile point of view. Basically, if you live in Kalamazoo, you have that 5 to 14% chance of seeing something damaging in terms of wind within 25 mile point of Kalamazoo. Hail risk is currently, should I say hail and tornado risk is currently not out there for the SPC. It's less than 2% for anything tornadic and less than 5% for anything hail. So that's your risk today. Just damaging winds similar to yesterday. Wet loaded microburst, downburst winds could occur. The good news, though, is unlike yesterday, the models are saying we're going to remain pretty isolated with our storm coverage today. So here's 1 p.m. today on the model. Here's 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5 p.m., and by about that 5 p.m. time frame, the model says we have storms popping up around Lansing, around Ionia, over here toward Detroit, and also up there by the Oakland County, Flint area. Here's 6 p.m., pushes further into southeast Michigan. Here's 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and by about that 9 p.m. time frame, the model has us dry. So the model here really hinting in the central and southeast corner of the state has the highest potential for a storm today. And the other models we look at as well kind of show a similar picture. The NAM3 model here we go at about noon today. Here's 1 o'clock. Actually, here's 2 o'clock, should I say. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Got a pop up there down by Coldwater. Here's 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock. Model keeps us pretty much dry. Only a few storms that may impact a very small portion of the state. And the last model here is the RRFS model. This model agrees similar to the HRRR, where it thinks that the highest potential here for storms is around that southeast Michigan area. This is at 4 p.m. today. Here's 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and by about that 9 p.m. time frame, those have moved out of the state. So overall, I think there's basically a low chance today that we could get storms popping up south of I-96, and especially a focus in on southeast Michigan from Flint down to Monroe and Adrian. You guys would have a little bit better focus per the models of a isolated or scattered coverage of storms. After that, afternoon and evening storms pass through, if anything happens, we have rain moving in further north as well. This is a large area of rain that's going to bring some steady rain for portions of the UP as well as northern lower. But as we move into the overnight hours of Wednesday night into Thursday, a couple thunderstorms are possible along the West Michigan shoreline here up toward about the Gaylord area. Those should not be strong or severe. We're going to watch it regardless, just in case. This is going to happen overnight, 4, 5, 6 a.m. into the sunrise, 7 a.m. time frames. This is right now on your... Let's back it up, actually. This is going to be 2 a.m. right here. All right, let's go 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the model stops there at 8 a.m. with storms continuing to progress southeastward. And then that brings us into Thursday. Thursday, yet another risk for severe weather, this time for a larger portion of the state. That includes places like Lansing, Grand Rapids, Saginaw, Flint, Manistee, as well as the Tawas City area. So a bigger risk there on Thursday. Damaging wind is the only concern yet again, with microbursts being possible. Again, 5 to 14% chance of seeing severe wind within a 25-mile point. So busy week continues. Hopefully today's a bit of a break for you guys out there. And if need be, we'll be live for severe weather coverage yet again today here in the state of Michigan. With that said, long-term temperatures. One last look here at the meteogram for the 15-day forecast here. Do take note, we are in the 80s for the next 4, 5, 6 days here. But then the model says we're going to be in a little bit of a cool period there to start July, perhaps. Low 80s, upper 70s are showing up there on the latest European model for that July timeframe. We'll see if that continues to trend that way, or if we see a resurgence back into the mid to upper 80s as we saw on yesterday's model. So perhaps a bit of a cool down coming, but not a guaranteed cool down. I'm Ryan. This is Michigan Storm Chasers. I'll catch you guys tomorrow for an update video, or later today for more severe weather coverage here in the state of Michigan. Stay safe, stay cool, make sure you stay hydrated, and we'll see you guys later.